With a simple wave of his hand to the court clerk, the fill-in judge, Judge Barber, denied my right to listen to my status conference over Zoom on May 28th in Natchitoches. It doesn't even sound like this conference was put onto the record. Everything that happened can only be explained by my lawyer, and he is not telling me much. He simply says that it was just some boring meeting and I was not missing out on much. He is rationalizing Judge Barber's decision that prevented me from hearing my own hearing. They both knew I was on Zoom. They can't claim I was not there waiting, yet they decided instead to discuss my waiving of my right to be there. It's not clear if Judge Barber asked my lawyer if I wanted to waive my right to be there, or if my lawyer just blurted it out. But this waiver, which I never agreed to, was done with them knowing I was able to attend through Zoom. I was present. This was a very dirty move on both their parts. My lawyer did not give me any confidence that he is brave enough to stand up against Judge Barber. There could have been a mention of an objection to preventing me from entering the hearing. There was none. It was a simple wave of the hand. I don't even know how Judge Barber's hand was waved. Was it a flurry? Like he was swatting at a fly? Was it a command? Like he was telling another car to keep moving? Could he have thrown up the middle finger in my direction as he made his hand-waving gesture? Both the judge and my lawyer showed a lot of weakness against transparency in that courtroom. This is the same courtroom which held trials over Zoom, finding defendants guilty, then losing the transcripts of those files. I don't know how you lose transcripts for a Zoom trial, but Natchitoches has found a way. Zoom usually does a good job at saving the recordings. So this boring, unimportant hearing on May 28th was where the prosecutor, judge, and my lawyer had discussions about me and an upcoming trial. I have a trial now scheduled for August, the hottest time of the year. After all this long waiting on the appeals courts to make their decisions, suddenly we gotta have to rush to a bench trial in August. This is a torture I cannot endure. People die from heat stroke down there in August. Just last year or 2 years ago, a Natchitoches cop died from heat stroke in July. They can't pretend the dangers of their weather don't exist. Yet they pretend, in my case, for a typical kangaroo court. I sat for an hour in total silence during that hearing, waiting to be let in. The message said that the host was aware that I was waiting and that they have been notified. That was as far as my participation went. Then after an hour, I was disconnected. They kept me connected during the whole hearing, then dropped me after it was done. It was an insult I will always remember.